One of the biggest questions that I get is, how do we hang our glass on the wall? How do we mount it? I showed you how I made some of the stands. Well, this is how I put them on the wall. Now, these here are mounted on the wall with a stainless steel bracket, which I made in my metal shop, and I made a whole bunch of them in different sizes, and these are all my funny faces. Now let's go in the other room and I'll show you some of the bigger pieces. Okay, and then here's a large piece on the wall here, and to show you the brackets that I used, I made these brackets. I got these small brackets for the small art, and I've got a little bit larger ones for the larger art, and I made big ones for the bigger art so that I have a larger surface area for the epoxy to make sure it hangs onto the art. And then if I have a really big art, I have to use 2 of them, and I'll show you that right now. In the kiln, I have 7 more pieces of art that are made to hang on the wall, and I'll show you my mounting them in a few minutes. But see, this piece here has 2 on the back, and then I just put 2 screws in the wall, and then if I'm lucky, I can put this back. Look at that, huh? Such talent. Then I got another piece to go here and more pieces, and I'll show you that in a little while. But this is how I'm mounting the art, and these are easy to make, and I'll show you how I do them. So thank you very much, and please subscribe to my channel. Okay, a quick overview. For each size of my brackets, I make a pattern. It shows me where it bends and where it cuts and where the hole is. I make patterns for my glass, I make patterns for everything. So I put the pattern on the stainless steel, get it all lined up good, and I do this. There, now I've made the piece. And for safety, of course, we always put the piece of wood back in here. And then I take this piece here and I mark an X on it. This just shows me where the center is on the back, so I know where to punch the hole. And of course, the pen works better if you push the little button on the top. I've learned that. There's always new things to learn every day, except it doesn't work any better. Okay. Here's another pen. Okay. I can edit that out. Okay, so now I'm making an X in the center, right there. You see? That's all I do. And then I have this machine over here, exactly where the X is. So I get that lined up, I get that lined up, I get that all lined up like that, and then I go like this, and I now have a hole in it. Then I take and peel the protective paper off of the stainless steel, because now's a good time to do that. And there we go. And now I cut this in half. Now, if you don't have these punches and everything, you can drill holes and accomplish the same thing. And then I just find a surface, it doesn't matter where. This is a good place to do it. I take this and I sand around the edge and get the burrs off of it. I'm not showing you that, I'm sure you can figure that out. And then I just bend this around like this. You see? And I have a bracket. And I make this various thicknesses to allow for the spacing I want from the wall. And there it is. Very simple. And here's another one. I'm just hung on the wall here. It's a weave, and it's got my brackets in the back. Very good. As you see, I've got new ones. Look at the colors. And my city things. As we're doing a little look around, all the videos that I've done so far are intended to show techniques, how we do it. The next video is going to be where we take on the hard question. Why and when and who. You know, it's tough being an artist, but it's so much fun when you see all this beautiful stuff and how it comes out. So the next video will be why we do all of this. Please subscribe, and thank you very much.